Hey guys, welcome back to Christianism. Oh my god, I can see! How long has that thing been there? So I know what you're thinking, when's she gonna do another blog already? Well, no time like the present, so here we go. I'm exploring this whole video blog thing, and it seems to me that it's a very important element to include in some of your blogs, rants about things that you hate. So I'm gonna list out a few things that I hate. Moths, wet shoelaces, unclean teeth, people who speed, itchy clothing tags, and rant about them for a bit. But in order to cut through the negativity, I'm going to also find something positive that I find in all of these things. Let's just see if we can't find a silver lining after all. Yes, people call me Scrooge for this one, and it's practically given my mom good reason to disown me, but it's true, I hate Christmas tunes. I've been able to put my finger on it more specifically, so I actually hate the songs about Rudolph, Frosty, Santa Claus, and other crazy supernatural Christmas myths, and otherwise just generic holiday cheer, like Silver Bells, Rock Around the Christmas Tree, that sort of thing. Even a song name? I don't know. But the songs about baby Jesus are A-okay with me. Now, why could it be that I hate Christmas music? Well, maybe it's because people start playing them in November. If it were up to me, Christmas songs would be restricted until the winter solstice. Oh man, if I'm already sick of Christmas songs and I'm 20, what's it gonna be like when I'm 80? Maybe I hate them because each of them has been redone 10 times more than all the Beatles songs combined. I made that start up. And as a result of this, every singer has to take artistic liberties with the songs, which equates basically to the three most horrendous additions to music possible when done wrong: trills, scat, and syncopation. So that's basically when jingle bells, jingle sounds like jingle bells. I'm truly sorry for that. So really, when you look at it that way, how can you like Christmas music? Ah. You know how you wake up in the morning and you like grab your belly and you're like, wow, I'm feeling thin. Then you get up and like check yourself out in the mirror and you're like, oh wow, I'm getting fit and you look super good. And then this morning skinniness, I believe I coined that term, lasts for about like 5 minutes and then all of a sudden your like rolls start showing again. Why am I skinnier for the first 5 minutes of the day than I am for the whole rest of the day when it's those first 5 minutes that don't even matter? Practically no one even sees you in the first 5 minutes. And if it is the case that you do wake up next to someone, it's either A, your significant other, who loves you through the good and the bad, or B, some random stranger who, well, if they accepted you last night when you were probably looking your worst, well, I don't think these first 5 minutes are going to count for much. Writers know what I'm talking about here. How frustrating and terribly upsetting it is to spin a perfect phrase or witty wording only to have it escape from your mind, never to be found again. Damn it! Why didn't I write it down? Some of these words will come back to you. Most will not. There must be some kind of linguistic purgatory where all the zingers go when someone forgets them, waiting for another person to think them up. The land of lost phrases. Sounds like a... Wait, what was I gonna say? Damn it! Am I allowed to say that on YouTube, by the way? Anyone? So I'm a waitress, right? So this one's a no-brainer. No one likes that snide, pompous customer who comes in thinking he's a king who deserves to be served beverage and food by some lowly waitress. He's Steve Buscemi in Reservoir Dogs, like tipping some societal standard that needs to be abolished because, well, they already earn a whopping $8 an hour. Still think tipping should have nothing to do with how my employer pays me? Well, fact is, I wouldn't be working there if it weren't for the tips. Like, I'd try and find another job that maybe pays more, where I might have a chance to move up in the company, get a promotion. So how'd you like it if all the world's waitresses quit because tipping was abolished? You'd get just what you want, a world where you don't have to tip, and where you have to carry your own wax paper wrapped food to the table by yourself on a plastic tray. All the world's a food court. Very simply, tipping is a part of the dining out experience. It's 15 to 20% as a standard, not 10 unless you're still living in the 80s. If you have a coupon, you pay on the original amount, not the reduced amount. Oh, and here's an important one. If you sit there for twice as long as it normally would take to eat, drink, and be merry, say 4 hours on a busy Friday night, show it. Tip twice as much. Learn the etiquette, know the etiquette, love the etiquette. So this YouTube thing is great and all, but damn, it's so very public. Surveillance at its finest. Going for my communications lecture. Everybody has access to the words that I'm saying at this very minute. So when I talk about censorship, I'm not talking about like fascist dictatorship kind of censorship. I'm talking about like I have to personally censor myself now because my audience is everybody. Some things I say might be offensive to others. So there are some things that I can't say because they're inappropriate for certain people to hear. But in a domain that's supposed to be accessible to all, it's like a huge creative outlet. You're supposed to be able to express yourself freely. How does that work? I hate the fact that I have to watch what I say. This is a place where I should be able to just be me and say what I have to say. So, there. Enough ranting for you yet? I do think it's time for the turnaround, don't you, old chap? There, everything's all bright and cheerful now. So, Christmas carols. I must admit, Christmas carols are the source of one of my fondest holiday traditions, and that is harmonizing in church. See, my mom and I will sit in the pew and wander away from the melodies and try and create choral perfection, which really ends up just falling flat on our faces and basically embarrassing my dad. So great. Morning skinniness. Well, as annoying as that may be, it still is a byproduct of going to the gym / healthy lifestyle, and I think that's pretty great. The thing about lost phrases is there's infinitely room for more. As annoying as oblivion may be, just think about the wondrous capacity our brain has to create, to invent, to come up with new ideas and phrase things. There's absolutely nothing that I like about non-tippers. Next! I will say this, I am very grateful for those who do tip me, which is most people. So, yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I'm glad that you appreciate trying to give you a positive experience in what might be an otherwise bleak or boring day. While I may feel the pressure of censorship in order to censor myself, the fact is, it's not a big issue, and I am free to say whatever I want to say. So that's just what I'm going to do. And the really wonderful thing about YouTube being such a public domain is that you guys all get to watch my video, and I thank you for doing so. I better go, I'm losing my light. See you later!